Harper, after 24 points and 11 boards, is at the podium.
Locked in team defense I've seen. It was a theme throughout the night. What was the connectedness like on that end of the floor for you guys tonight?
It was great. I think that's kind of our calling card. And when it gets to the end of the game and things of that nature, that's something we're going to rely on every time, is just being connected on defense and making sure that, we're all just, we're playing team defense, not just one-on-one.
Did you figure out you were going to be starting tonight in place of De'Aaron?
When did Fox? 60 minutes on the clock, I think. Yeah, like right before the meeting, 60 minutes.
And I guess you've talked in games past about, I think we asked you, do you feel any kind of way knowing that if you were on a different team, maybe you'd have 40 minutes a night, and you talked about it wasn't really a thing you thought about. Mm-hmm. Now being in a position where you're starting Western Conference Finals, making meaningful minutes, what does that mean for you, especially just in your first year?
It means the world. I feel like not a lot of people get this experience just to be a part of such a great organization and a great group of guys. And I feel like the locker room is great. So just on the first thing, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I think this is kind of where I'm supposed to be, and just keep on just taking step after step.
You've really started 4 games.
Yeah.
And then you start in this game. How did you mentally prepare yourself to start in a game this big?
Treat it like every other game. Going with the mindset of just being me, and not kind of just taking a moment and just being kind of on the forefront and not being on my heels. That was the biggest thing, and kind of just being attack mode all the time.
And do you think of the gravity of this game, the gravity of a moment? First team to win 4, but you're in probably one of the classic playoff games of all time to get the first one.
Yeah, I think it was important for us to get the first one. Obviously, like you said, first of 4, they're the reigning champs. They're a great basketball team. But for us, we just got to keep on doubling down on kind of the execution of his game plans.
You had a very interesting stat line. You had 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 steals. Mm-hmm. This is just kind of being everywhere. Where you talk about the connectivity of you guys with, obviously Victor puts up massive numbers. But if you look at your stat line too, just, I'm stealing the word here, gravity, mm-hmm. you guys and Victor, does that, benefit you and being able to do all this stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I think it goes with our execution, and I think my 7 steals was kind of a team thing. It was more just rotations and just, for me, beating the right spots and just letting my instincts take over.
Mitch was saying that, different guys might not have embraced kind of what they wanted to do early in the season, and it's laid that foundation for them now. Why were you so open to everything, and why do you think it's kind of paying off for you now?
For moments like this, just being around 2 great point guards in Steph and Fox, and kind of just picking their brain, earlier in the season when everyone kind of didn't see the vision, I kind of saw it and doubled down on it. So just wanting to win. I kind of never been in this position, but you got to embrace a position like this if you want to help the team, and that was the biggest thing.
Dylan, Mark just called it one of the classic playoff games of all time. I know you haven't been in many of them.
But this is my first year. So.
Do you think of I'm aware of that. Do you think of stuff like that when you're in a game like that, when it goes to overtime and then double overtime, that this is an epic game that you're in?
I'm just trying to win. That's the biggest thing on my mind. It was obviously going to double overtime, but it's going to be an epic game regardless. But if we don't come out with the win, it's kind of back to the drawing boards, and we got to even double down even more. So we kind of just all went in there with the mindset of 2 overtimes, let's double down and win.
And what did you think when Vic pulled up from 35 feet?
Confidence through the roof. I was stunned a little bit. But once the ball went up, I'm like, oh, that's going in. It's kind of just who he is. He's one of a kind.
Could you talk more about just the confidence that you've seen in him just throughout the whole season? Obviously, in a game like this, we're talking about, this is one of the best performances from a player that we've seen in recent history. Mm-hmm. What do you feel like it leads to him just in the days that we don't see, or the times we don't see, for him to come out here and do this in a game like this?
His preparation, the way he comes in the gym and just works on everything that he needs to work on. And I think just how sharp he is with everything. And everything comes out like today. Obviously, you see the big stat line and all the amazing plays he makes, but it's the little things he does every day, whether it's eating or lifting or just shots that no one don't really see, and he's kind of just one of them ones.
Dylan, when you play the Thunder, like one of the top line items, I'm sure, is their ball pressure. Obviously your first start against maybe the best perimeter defensive team, one of them. Only one turnover tonight. I guess 2 questions. How did you manage to keep your hands on the ball on that play in the fourth quarter? and secondly, like, just what does this do for your confidence moving forward, so that you were able to handle that level of pressure from a team like that?
Yeah, I don't know how I kept the ball alive in that one play in the fourth quarter. It's more just like I can't turn the ball over. It's crucial time is who wants it. And I feel like I kind of came out on top, and definitely I think it instills more confidence in me just to be me and go out there and no matter who we're playing, my biggest thing is don't turn the ball over.
The composure you guys had to have and just the attention to detail at the second overtime to the first overtime to win a game like this.
Yeah, I think our composure was great. From the start of the game to the end of the game. Our guys were tired, but execution at that point in the game is so important, and I feel like we executed perfectly, especially on the defensive end. I think Vic, makes up for a lot of our mistakes, but for the most part, I think we were on top of it. So I think that's what gave us the edge. And then,
did you think that three was going in that he hit almost from the logo?
The one where he tied it?
Yes.
I knew that was going in.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
When you get to a second overtime, is it more mentally taxing or physically taxing? Or what's the...
Probably more mentally. By that point of the game, teams can't really change much, and you know pretty much what you're going to see. It's just kind of doubling down on, the details and the stuff that we worked on, especially when our bodies are fatigued. That's why that's the biggest thing.
You guys all campaigned for Nick to get MVP this year. I think we probably knew for a while it was going to go to Shea. Like yesterday, having that confirmation, today getting that trophy. What do you think that did for him and for the team to motivate him to play at that level for you guys to play with him?
Yeah, we felt like that was his trophy. I'm sure he felt the same way. So, we kind of saw what his energy was like throughout the whole game. He stayed composed throughout the game. Didn't really complain about fouls or anything like that. And I think he was big for us. He had a monster game. Him seeing that, before the game and staying composed and having a game like that just speaks volumes to what his character is like.
With the fatigue in a game like this, what kind of emotions goes through your head right now, winning a game like this? It has to be mentally exhausting, but also different emotions that go through your mind.
Yeah, it was a tiring game. We did a lot of things bad in that game and still were able to come out on top, so that's probably the most reassuring thing. But I think just moving past this game as quick as we can. Obviously, we celebrated it in the moment. It's a big-time win, on the road against the defending champ. So obviously you celebrate that, but I understand we got to come back in here and try to do it again on Wednesday. So just trying to have short-term memory with wins and losses.
If you went with Fox out, you and Dylan had that.
All right.